Sometimes in the wild, certain species of animals encounter other animals they rarely see in their lifetime, and conflict arises. Have you ever seen bees attack a lion? Which animal do you think would win between a donkey and a hyena? If you want to see some unexpected battles, keep watching as we count down 15 wildest attacks caught on camera. Number 15. Killer bees versus snake. It is not uncommon for wild honeybees to establish a nest in an area that is not sufficiently protected from predators, such as Florida black bears, which prey on beehives in search of both honey and protein-rich egg yolks laid inside. However, the bees appear to have made a wise choice. They have established their nest near an incubating Burmese python, which is aggressive enough to attack any animal that approaches her lair. When the bees moved in, the python had been incubating her eggs for nearly 2 months. Since her eggs are due to hatch any day now, she could leave her nest. However, she continues to guard her eggs even though she is clearly irritated by the bees. If the python remains calm, the honeybees are fine with it. If the reptile suddenly moves toward a potential predator, it will be seen as an act of aggression. If provoked, the feral bees will attack and kill the python. These killer bees are attacking a snake which has trespassed into their territory. Some ants jump into the mix as well, so this snake has a lot on his plate. Number 14. Giant centipedes. Watch how this centipede chews up this snake. The snake struggles to free itself from the centipede's hold, but it doesn't look like it's getting away. Another centipede is giving a snake a hard time, this time outside. The centipede has wrapped itself around the snake's head, and the two creatures keep turning over quickly. I think it's over for the snake. Who would have thought a centipede could do this to a snake? This centipede has a snake in a headlock, and both animals are wiggling their bodies, but the centipede seems to have the upper hand. It is biting through the snake, which is not doing much to defend itself. Number 13. Honey badger. Honey badgers have been seen robbing honeybee nests and hives in the wild. Honey badgers will most probably consume some of the honey the bees have manufactured and stored in combs during the raid. Honey badgers are willing to risk a few bee stings in exchange for honey, a high-protein food source for their young. This honey badger is enjoying a huge meal. I'm not sure the badger killed the snake. Nevertheless, it's being rewarded. The honey badger, believe it or not, is so hardy it will even attack smaller crocodiles, as shown in this video. You'd think a honey badger would have no chance against a crocodile, even if it isn't particularly large, and from the looks of it, the reptile is already enjoying its meal in the bush, but you'd be wrong. It's the honey badger who is delivering it to the crocodile, not the other way around. The badger pounces on the crocodile, but after realizing it isn't a small lizard, it gives up the chase. This time, a honey badger takes on an African rock python, and the badger moves quickly, taking stabs at the snake every now and then. For some reason, the snake is mesmerized by the badger and doesn't move at all. Number 12. Snake versus toad. This is a duel between a Maine salmon river snake and a toad. Do you think this non-venomous snake overestimated his abilities? This very ambitious snake chases this toad, but the toad looks much too big for the small snake. The snake is hungry and doesn't care, so he tries swallowing the toad. The only problem is he can't. A grass snake is wrapped around the toad and biting its head, but once again the toad looks much too big for the snake to swallow. This snake is trying to hold on to this toad's leg, but I'm not sure he can hold on for much longer. Many of these snakes have big dreams, but they can't seem to make them happen. Number 11. Hyena hunting. When a hyena approaches this toad, he relaxes, but when the hyena gets too close, the toad reacts and tries to flee. The hyena manages to grab the toad and knock it down, and when the rest of the crew arrives, the toad is in desperate need of assistance, but there is none. Just more enemy reinforcements arriving, and it's all over in seconds. This hyena is digging this warthog out of its den so it can kill and eat it. It's like stopping at McDonald's for a quick burger for this hyena. This wildebeest is already missing a chunk of flesh on the side of its body when these hyenas try to finish it off. After a few seconds of contemplation, the hyenas strike again, and this time the wildebeest has no chance. The The hyenas in this video are targeting this buffalo's private parts, weakening it with every strike. This must be extremely painful for the buffalo. The hyena's tactics work and the scavengers finally take down the buffalo, but to their dismay, a male lion arrives just in time for the meal. Number 10, lion versus honeybee. In our thumbnail, this lion has patches of bees swarming it. Of course, this is Photoshop, but imagine if bees attacked the lion this way. I get a feeling the big feline wouldn't be up for the challenge. These lions are trying to take a break, but some nasty bees disturb their sleep. The lions can't do anything about it except move away from there. They are probably close to a beehive and the bees feel threatened, so they let the lions know because the big cats seem to be clueless. Number 9, crocodiles can be so compassionate towards one of their own. In this video, an alligator approaches these wild pigs in the wetlands near New Orleans. The pigs appear to have no idea they're about to be attacked by a huge sea monster. In a matter of seconds, the alligator swoops down and snares one of the pigs. Even if one of his friends tries to help, it's too late. The victim squeals as if it were his last day on earth, because it is. The alligator devours the pig. When a crocodile strikes a young calf with its entire family nearby, none of the adult elephants intervene. This calf was most likely celebrating something special, and the crocodile had to ruin it all. I'm curious if the crocodile understands how large elephants are and how easily they can be crushed if the elephants walk on them. Number 8, lion versus leopard. In a marula tree, a male leopard had his prey. A lioness from the Styx Pride stole his prey when they arrived in the area. During the leopard's escape, there was a bit of a scuffle up in the tree. This lion climbs a tree to steal a kill from a leopard, and the heavy weight of both felines breaks the branch and they all fall to the ground, which gives the leopard the opportunity to run for his life. The lion, in the meantime, finds a free meal. These lions have injured a leopard and the cat remains on the ground, on its back, but the lions aren't doing much besides looking around. We can see the leopard is still breathing, but what leaves me somewhat perplexed is the lion's not doing anything. This leopard is taking a nap and doesn't notice a huge male lion sneaking up on it. The lion went for the kill, but not in the same convincing manner it would do so against an antelope. I guess it knew the leopard had some nasty weapons to defend itself. The leopard was quick enough to react and get out of there without the lion being able to lay one paw on it. Number 7, lion versus hyena. This ambitious hyena stole a kill from a leopard, but it didn't expect a male lion to crash the party, and when it did, the hyena found itself in quite a jam. The lion was all over the scavenger and the clan was nowhere to be found. Unbelievably, the hyena managed to escape certain death. Left empty-handed, the lion picked up the scent of the leopard, but when it found it, it saw the leopard was hiding comfortably high up in a tree. This male lion takes a run at a lone hyena and jumps on it, but it's not able to hold on to the scavenger. Boy, are these hyenas slippery. It looks like the hyena was trying to steal the lion's kill. A clan of hyenas takes on a pride of lions. This is the classic battle between the felines and the scavengers, and it usually has many plot twists, only this time the video is cut short by the cameraman, so you'll have to use your imagination. Number 6, lion versus topi antelope. These lions ambush a topi, and even though the topi jumps into the air to avoid the collision, the large pride takes the animal down in no time. Shocking footage shows a hungry lion taking down an antelope just minutes after it was born in this heartbreaking video. The lion is gentle at first, but the tender loving care lasts only a few seconds. This male lion has a good grip on this topi, and the topi can't do much about it. It's just a matter of time before it succumbs to the big cat. You can see the topi weakening by the second. Number 5, hippo attacking animals. Hippos and crocodiles have epic battles. Despite the crocodile's formidable bite, the hippo's jaws can easily crush it, piercing and grinding it. In the meantime, a hippo is large enough to be killed only by an elephant or a pride of lions. This hippo annoys this crocodile enough for the crocodile to get out of the water, but the hippo follows it and gives it a lecture about not trespassing into its territory ever again. A wounded hippo managed to fend off 5 adult lions thanks to the efforts of a wildlife ranger. The ranger positioned his camera just meters away from the awe-inspiring attack. While searching for water, the giant hippo encountered 2 male lions sleeping on the ridge above. The male lions were alerted by the hippo's frantic pace and called the rest of the pride to join them. The predators pounced on the frightened hippo and began biting and clawing at its back to take it down. Never before seen action has been attributed to the pride of lions as the hippo fought for its life in this instance. What's not to enjoy about a lonely rhino who wants to hang out with a hippo or two? The hippos, on the other hand, don't seem to agree and decide to fight the rhino. Several times throughout the duel, the rhino's horn pokes into the hippo's mouth as the hippo tries to bite it. The fight lasts a little more than 40 minutes. The rhino has since been sold to another refuge where it will breed with some female rhinos. You won't have to waste any more time trying to hook up with the stubborn hippos. Number 4. Donkey Attack. Until I saw footage of this donkey's confrontation with a hyena, I had no idea donkeys could be so aggressive and powerful. As a group, hyenas are great hunters, and I have seen lone hyenas hunt and kill prey without a problem, but not against this crazy donkey. It's impressive the hyena has managed to remain well adapted despite such a drastic reduction in its population, but it still doesn't know what to do against this donkey. The hyena is either with the wrong donkey or it's drunk. As you'll see in the video, the hyena is no match for this donkey. This hyena is being treated like a house cat by the donkey. Hyenas do a better job fighting lions than this. Camels are no pushovers, but this donkey doesn't care. He keeps trying to bite this camel's leg, but the camel turns to avoid being bitten and gives the donkey a piece of his own medicine. The donkey is lucky the camel doesn't crush him when he bites the donkey's body. After the camel lets go, you can see the donkey is injured and walks away. I think this donkey bit off more than it could chew. This fox is in big trouble when a donkey snatches it by the neck. The fox is probably already dead because it's not moving at all. This donkey charges a dog and lets it know it's not welcome. The dog backs off and seems to understand the message because he quickly gets out of there. The message is clear: donkeys are not to be messed around with. Number 3. Wild dogs attacking. Wild dogs are not afraid of anything when they work together, even a nasty crocodile. Except when it's time to kill a crocodile, it's a whole other story. The crocodile is extremely dangerous and the dogs know this, so they must be careful, and that's why they end up with nothing in this video. The dogs can't attack a crocodile the same way they throw themselves at antelopes and impalas. It would be suicide for them. This small antelope is trying to flee the clutches of a lone wild dog, but it's becoming increasingly difficult. When a second dog appears, you know the antelope is nearing the end of its life on Earth. It is now time to pray and hope for the best. This video shows a pack of about 25 wild dogs successfully hunting down a female water buck. The water buck kept the pack at bay by hiding behind a bush and keeping them at distance until they lost interest and went in search of a more convenient target. The water buck raced down both times, hoping to get away by jumping into the water. Despite her best efforts, the victim succumbed to the same fate as her unborn calf and was devoured as well. This oryx is being attacked by a couple of wild dogs and is trying to use the bush to protect its backside. But the dogs are vicious and aggressive, and they pull the oryx away from the bush and bring it out in the open field to continue the massacre. Number 2. Hammerhead shark hunting. A hammerhead shark spots a stingray lurking just below the surface of the water. The shark follows the stingray until it locks it in place and effectively ends the stingray's life, which was the objective in the first place. As soon as the shark bites into this helpless stingray, all the kids at an aquarium are impressed by its speed and agility and devastating strength. Number 1. Lion attacking elephant. This 2-ton elephant is driven to the ground and restrained by these lionesses. The elephant screams in agony, and despite being skilled buffalo killers, these lionesses have never attempted to kill an elephant before. Their attempts are clumsy and ineffective, and their teeth are unable to pierce the elephant's 1.5-inch thick skin because his neck is too wide to choke. They begin to devour the elephant alive because they are unable to kill it. Their stamina is boosted by their first taste of meat in nearly a month, and they fight tooth and nail for every bite. This male lion jumps on the back of this young elephant and stays there until the elephant becomes weak and falls to the ground. The elephant, despite its small size, is quite strong and takes all the lion's strength to bring him down. A friend arrives to assist him to make sure the hunt is a success. These clips were all great, but my favorite by far was the donkey teaching the hyena a lesson. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 15 wildest attacks caught on camera. If If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.